टाइम तो हो गया है, 8:05 हो गया है।
फिर मैं गाता हूँ, आप पीछे बोलो।
ओके ब्रो। यार वो प्रेजेंटेशन भी तो करना है भैया।
कौन सा?
वो भी करना है मुझे, प्रेजेंटेशन भी करना है।
अरे कुछ नहीं करना है, कौन दिख रहा है?
ये भी सही है यार, कौन देख रहा है, देख कौन रहा है ना? मेरी बात सुन, मैं बताता हूँ तुम्हें करना क्या है।
अरे कुछ नहीं करना, प्रभु आ जाए तब करना। শরীর খুব ঠান্ডা লেগেছে নাকি? তুমি তো টুপি। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। प्रभु आ गया, कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदना व्रज जनरंजना। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। जय यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यमुनतीरा वनचारी। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। यमुनतीरा वनचारी। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी।
गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरदारी
गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरदारी
जय गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी
यशोदानन्दना व्रजजनरञ्जना
यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जना
जय यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जना
यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जना
यमुनातीरावनचारी यमुनातीरावनचारी
यमुनातीरावनचारी
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
ओ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
जय राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधे राधा वृंदावन जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे जय निताय गौरंग निताय गौरंग निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग निताय जय 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 प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र शत श्रीमद् His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada की जाए। ISKCON संस्थापचार्य सेवा the whole world जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जाए। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जाए। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जाए। षट गोस्वामी प्रभु की जाए। प्रेम से गौर श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जाए। वृंद देवी तुलसी महारानी की जाए। वृंदावन धाम की जाए। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जाए। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 3, Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Text 3. Yasyavayava samsthanai यस्यावयव संस्थानै कल्पितो लोकविस्तरः कल्पितो लोकविस्तरः तद्वै भगवतो रूपम् तद्वै भगवतो रूपम् विशुद्धं सत्त्वमूर्जितं विशुद्धं सत्त्वमूर्जितं यस्यावयव संस्थानै कल्पितो लोकविस्तरः तद्वै भगवतो रूपं विशुद्धं सत्त्वमूर्जिता यस्यावयव संस्थानै कल्पितो लोकविस्तरः तद्वै भगवतो रूपं विशुद्धं सत्त्वमूर्जितं। यस्यावयव संस्थानै यस्यावयव संस्थानै कल्पितो लोकविस्तरः तद्वै भगवतो रूपं विशुद्धं सत्त्वमूर्जितं यस्यावयव संस्थानै कल्पितो लोकविस्तरः तद्वै भगवतो रूपं विशुद्धं सत्त्वमूर्जितं यस्यावयवसंस्थाने कल्पितो लोकविस्तरः तद्वै भगवतो रूपं विशुद्धं सत्त्वमूर्जितं यस्या whose avayava bodily expansion samsthane situated in kalpitaha is imagined loka planets of inhabitants vistaraha various tatvai but that is bhagavataha of the personality of Godhead rupam form vishuddham purely sattvam existence ujitam excellence. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. It is believed that all the universal planetary systems are situated on the extensive body of the Purusha, but he has nothing to do with the created material ingredients. His body is eternally in spiritual existence par excellence. Please repeat the translation. It is believed that all the universal planetary systems are situated on the extensive body of the Purusha, but he has nothing to do with the created material ingredients. His body is eternally in spiritual existence par excellence. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. The conception of the Virat Rupa or Vishwarupa or of the Supreme Absolute Truth is especially meant for the neophyte who can hardly think of the transcendental form of the personality of Godhead. To him, a form means something of this material world, and therefore an opposite conception of the Absolute is necessary in the beginning to concentrate the mind on the power expansion of the Lord. As stated above, the Lord extends his potency in the form of Mahat Tattva, which includes all material ingredients. The extension of power by the Lord and the Lord himself personally are one in one sense, but at the same time, the Mahat Tattva is different from the Lord. Therefore, the potency of the Lord and the Lord are simultaneously different and non-different. The conception of the Virat Rupa, especially for the impersonalist, is thus non-different from the eternal form of the Lord. This eternal form of the Lord exists prior to the creation of the Mahatattva and is stressed here that the eternal form of the Lord is par excellence spiritual or transcendental to the modes of material nature. The very same transcendental form of the Lord is manifested by his internal potency, and the formation of his multifarious manifestations of incarnations is always of the same transcendental quality without any touch of the Mahatattva. The sense of Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vancha Kalpaturvishcha Kripa Sindhubevacha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So, in this chapter, we are hearing the all incarnation, descriptions of all incarnation. This chapter is named as Krishna is the source of all incarnation. So, Suta Goswami is explaining about the Purusha incarnations, Purusha avatars. So, how the Lord created this entire material manifestation. So, sometimes to hear such descriptions, it's very complicated. Now, sometimes we try to avoid this kind of, even though we read, we go through it very fast. Because it is so much details are there in the creation about Mahatattva, about Purusha avatars and quadruple expansions. So much details are there. But in one place it is said that in the Bhagavatam, when we understand this, the Shishti Leela of the Lord, it is said that you have to carefully read and understand how the Leela happened, how the Shishti Leela happened. Why? It is said that one can come out of the Maya. At present we are in illusion. So we can understand the constitutional position, what is the Lord and what is our position here in this material world. So what is the Lord? What is His potency? So that we can understand when we minutely detailed study about this in the Shishti Leela, creation pastime of the Lord. So how the Shishti happened? It's very interesting. When Krishna expanded himself to Balarama, from Balarama, it is said that the Balarama expands to Vishnu, and from Vishnu there is 4 quadruple expansions which happens. Which are the 4 quadruple expansions? Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva. These are 4 quadruple expansions. Again from Sankarshana there is second Vishnu who comes and the 4 quadruple expansion happens. Again 4 quadruple expansion happens. With the second 4 quadruple expansion, again Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva. And from there, Sankarshana, it is again said, Mahavishnu appears. And that Mahavishnu is the first Purushavatara. So there are the 3 Purushavataras, three Purushavataras. Which are the 3 Purushavataras? Anybody can say? Mahavishnu, this is Karanodakashayi Vishnu, it is said. Garbhodakashayi and Kshirodakashayi. So somebody may ask, Prabhu, what happened to that 4 quadruple expansion? Again, second quadruple expansions. Everybody has functions. In the Bhagavatam, it is said, these 4 quadruple expansions who are there from Balarama, the expansions of Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Vasudeva, they are all the deities of the living entities who, they are the controllers who control thinking, feeling, willing, and doing. They are the predominating deities. So all these minute things are there. They also have functions. So this expansion happens, and after that the Purusha Avatara starts. Mahavishnu and Garbhodakashayi Vishnu and Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. Now Mahavishnu, it is said, his function, how he starts the creation. It is said, Yakkaranan navajale bhajatisma yoga nidra ananta jagadanda saroma kupa. This Mahavishnu, he starts his creation leela by doing yoga nidra. So Prabhupada in one place says, creation started with Lord's yoga nidra. And by his yoga nidra, he is sleeping in the causal ocean, and when he is sleeping, from his pores, lot of Brahmanda is emanating. Saroma Kupaha. the Roma Koopa, from his pores, there are Brahmandas coming out. And also, in his exhaling, Brahmandas come out. One planetary system, one Brahmanda comes out. And each Brahmanda has planetary systems. So that is, again, the second Purushavatara comes into picture. In each and every Brahmanda, there is Garbhodakashai Vishnu. He lies down in the Garbha Jala. And from his navel emanates the lotus stem. And from the lotus stem, Brahma, the first creation happens. And inside the lotus stem, these are all the 14 planetary systems. So 14 planetary systems are there. And this 14 planetary system, what all the, from earthly planets above, there is Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, and Satyaloka. This is a Brahma's planet. And below below the Bhuloka is Atala, Vetala, Sutala, Mahatala, Rasatala, and Patala. All the 14 planetary system. And again, after Patala is all the hellish planets starts. And this is completely maintained by Garbhodakashai Vishnu. So he lies down and he is maintaining the entire creation. One planetary system and one Brahmanda is maintaining. And again, to function, last time we were discussing that how there is, the next incarnation comes is Kshirodakashai Vishnu, is a Paramatma feature. So Paramatma feature enters into each and every living entity, by which each one of us can do the activity in this material world. Without Paramatma feature, we cannot even see, or we cannot even do things, smell, enjoy what is there in this material world. The purpose of we coming is, we wanted to enjoy separate from Krishna. We are put in this situation. So Paramatma helps us to do all these things. So like this, the three Purushavataras have been explained. Now, in particularly, it is said in this particular shloka that these planetary systems are there inside the body of the Purusha. The concept of Virata Purusha, the Vishwarupa, we have heard in the Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna showed his Vishwarupa to Arjuna. In Mahabharata, Krishna showed the partial Vishwarupa to the Kauravas when he had gone to peace negotiation to the Kauravas. So all these we are hearing about Vishwarupa. But here it is said, this Vishwarupa is Kalpita. It's a conception, it is an imagination. So somebody may ask, Prabhu, it is imagination? So actually, it is said that this is something for, Srila Prabhupada mentions in the Parpat, for a neophyte to fix his mind towards the absolute truth. Absolute truth is the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan feature. The absolute truth has three features: Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, and Bhagavan. The Brahman effulgence, Paramatma effulgence, and the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan. For gradually, for a person to elevate to the position to understand about Bhagavan, first there is a form which is Virata Rupa or Vishwarupa, where he can slowly appreciate this Virata Rupa. Generally, if you see, when we started coming into Krishna consciousness, when I remember that when this Vishwarupa has been explained, especially in the Rig Veda, it is said Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat. Sahasra Shirsha, he has Sahasra heads. Sahasraksha, he has Sahasra hands. Sahasrapat, he has thousands of legs. Sabhumim Vishwato Vritva Atyatishtatta Shangulam. But it is said, Rig Veda says, the Lord, although he has so many hands, but he is aloof from this. So material creation has been explained. All these hands, what we are having is Lord's hands. Apart from that, it is said, Purusha evam eve idam sarvam. The entire creation is the Purusha, Virat Rupa. Yad bhutam, yacha bhavyam. So whatever is being created and what is going to be created and what you are seeing, everything is Supreme Lord. And also when we hear the description of the Vishwarupa, it's very interesting for us. More than getting attracted to the pastime, we are interested in the, especially if you see the entire Vishwarupa, we feel, wow, wonderful. No, the Supreme Lord's form is so nice. But same, Arjuna is seeing the Vishwarupa. What is he seeing? Please wind up, I don't want to see this. Arjuna wants to see the beautiful form, Shyama Sundara form. It's a Gora Rupam. I don't want to see your Gora Rupam. So this is a conception which Krishna has shown to the entire material creation is inside the body of Mahavishnu. That is what is being explained here in the verse. It is believed that all the universal planetary system are situated on the extensive body of the Purusha, but he has nothing to do with the created material ingredients. Srila Prabhupada mentions, yes, it is there inside the body, yet again it is not there. Lord has his eternal abode in the spiritual existence, spiritual world. His body is eternally in spiritual existence, par excellence. So this is something Srila Prabhupada mentions, that for a neophyte, for a person who has just come to Krishna consciousness, for him to understand what is transcendental, what is transcendence, what is the spiritual world, for that basic thing is, first you understand the spiritual creation, the spiritual world, the material creation, material world, and how the creation has happened, how the entire Vishwarupa, the conception is given. So even if you hear, for example, any person, if he hears that Mother Yashoda saw the entire Brahmanda inside the mouth of Lord Krishna. The two times it is being explained in the past times, that once Krishna was yawning, when he was a small baby, when he was yawning, suddenly Mother Yashoda sees entire Brahmanda inside the mouth of Krishna. Suddenly she was shocked. What is this? What am I seeing? And then again she comes to consciousness, this is my child. No. Again the second time it happened when Krishna ate mud. And when Yashoda asked Krishna to open the mouth, then she sees the entire Brahmanda, entire creation, cosmic manifestation is there, galaxies, everything she's seeing, and apart from she herself in the mouth. Again she thought, who is he? Is he my son? And again the Yogamaya influence comes. And she says, yes, he is my son. And she again tells him that you should not take mud. And she chastises him. Like that, the Leela goes on. When we hear this pastime, as a neophyte, you will not be able to understand that how child Krishna is here. Inside his mouth, the entire Brahmanda is there. How is it possible? So that for us to understand, we have to understand that how the Lord is the creator initially. And this entire Shishti Leela we have to understand. That is how Bhagavatam is presenting the incarnations, the Purushavasaras, everything, all in all detail has been explained. Even if you call any person, if somebody is from the scientist background or person from NASA, if he comes and directly, if we introduce Radha Vrindavan Chandrodaya deities and tell they are the creator of the entire galaxies, entire universe, immediately he'll laugh at us. How he can create. But same if we tell about the Vishwarupa and the entire creation, this is how the Lord is. He may appreciate. He may come to appreciation. If he has some sukriti, he may appreciate also. So this is how it is being said that a living entity actually gets bewildered. He will not be able to understand. To such an extent, in the Bhagavatam it is said that even the great demigods will get bewildered. It is said that there's a pastime where the demon Aghasura was there. All the Devatas were seeing that this Aghasura is trying to kill Krishna. And they were shocked. So what will happen to Krishna? It is said that that was the time where Krishna has just entered the Kaumara stage, just 5 years. And he and all his friends had planned a picnic. Very exciting picnic it is. It is said that all the Gopa friends of Krishna and Krishna had told Mother Yashoda to cook nice foodstuff because they are going for a picnic, and they all took their lunch bags and with nice foodstuffs. No? So it is said that on that day, Balarama's birthday was there. Balarama didn't come. And apart from that, all cowherd boys and Krishna all planned for a picnic. It is said Balarama had to stay back for his all the rituals, Vedic rituals and other things, and he had to give charity to all the Brahmanas. So Balarama stayed back, and Krishna and all his friends goes to the Vana, the forest. And while they are going, it is said that Krishna, each and every aspect of Krishna, it is said, described in the Bhagavatam, that they, apart from how Mother Yashoda had decorated Krishna and all the gopis, the mother of cowherd boys, they also had decorated their children. Apart from that, all Krishna and all his friends started decorating with all the flowers and fruits, vegetables, the leaves and other petals and so many nice items which is available in the forest. They started decorating themselves. Even the peacock feathers and other things. They were looking so beautiful, so beautiful. And apart from that, it is said they were playing a lot of games. They were telling, as they were walking, they were playing nice flute and bugles and so many things. And they started playing one by one the different games. One was the stealing of the tiffins. So one Gopa will steal and other will start chasing. Then they'll put that tiffin to somebody else's hand. Like that they used to play. They used to have a lot of fun. And they'll also, Krishna, it is said that he was seeing all the beauty of the Vrindavana. And he goes front and he walks. And all the Gopa friends says, who is the first person to go and touch Krishna? And they run and go and laugh and play and touch Krishna. I am the first person. So like this, they are having fun. And they are making sound, imitation of the cuckoos. They are making sound of the ducks. They are making sound like peacock. There's the dancing like peacock. They're imitating like monkeys. Frogs, they're jumping like frogs. And like this, they were shouting at the well, and that echo comes. They used to say wrong name, some ill name to the well, and that used to reflect. So like that, they used to play a lot of games. And seeing all these things, there is a demon named Aga. So he is becoming envious. He is becoming more and more envious, seeing Krishna and his friends is playing. After killing my brother and sister, who is Aghasura's brother and sister? Bakasura and Putana. They were the elder brother and elder sister. And he was thinking how he is playing so nicely. So I'll see how to end this Krishna. So he takes the form of a big python. And it is said that this kind of, the Krishna is into the sporting spirit and nicely playing and so many games and so many things. Srila Prabhupada in one place he says, Krishna playing these games, and we are also playing the same games. What is the difference? One thing is, it is all started from Krishna. Krishna as this in the spiritual world, the same thing has come in us. The children also want to play, and we are also interested in games, sports and other things. The only difference is that we become envious, we fight, we become morose after the game. But the spiritual world, everything is for pleasure of Krishna. Pleasure of Krishna. That is the difference. So, but the demons, like Aghasura, he is thinking that he is becoming more and more envious. And he opens his mouth wide and is waiting for all the Gopas and Krishna to enter into the mouth of his Aghasura. And he wants to kill all of them. And he wants to offer oblation to his brother and sister by killing Krishna. So that was his plan, and it is said that all the Gopa friends, while they are jumping, dancing, and they enter into the red carpet. We have seen in the animation also, Krishna animation, that they are jumping. It is like very rubbery and very nice. And it is said that initially they were discussing that this is not a proper place to go inside. It looks like a very stinky, smelly, and they're somewhere telling that we may die. It looks like a big python has opened his mouth, and like that kind of description somebody was telling. And somebody again said, why do you worry? Krishna is there. Krishna has protected us from Bakasura and so many other demons. It is said that the Krishna Leela, daily Krishna Leela, how it used to happen, Krishna used to kill some demon and then sit for food. They used to take food and enjoy like that. This is the same way this also happened. Aghasura, they were playing lot of games and jumping, dancing. They entered into the mouth of Aghasura. And they were feeling so much joy, so much happiness. Jumping inside the big cave mouth of Aghasura. It was bringing joy to them. And it is said that Krishna tried to stop them. Krishna understood that he is the demon. He has opened his mouth and he wants to swallow all of them. But yet they were not bothered. They were just engrossed in playing. They entered inside the mouth. And to save them, Krishna also entered. And Krishna entered, and that was the moment Aghasura felt that I have captured Krishna and killed Krishna. But in fact, what happens, the Krishna book, it is being explained that Krishna expands his body and chokes Aghasura to death. And all the Gopa friends, they were unconscious. Just by Krishna's glance, they were awake. And again, they started jumping, dancing, they came out. They don't even remember what happened. And like that, it is said that Krishna comes out and Aghasura, the soul of Aghasura comes out and he keeps waiting outside the body of Aghasura. And once Krishna comes out, it enters into the body of Krishna. So here it is being said that how all other asuras, how they also got liberation, but it's an impersonal liberation. But this Aghasura got Swarupya Mukti. In his own abode, in the Vaikuntha planet, he got the four-handed form of Lord Vishnu. Why? The Acharyas say, just because Aghasura gave some joy and happiness to all the Gopas, all the coward friends of Krishna. So that is the reason he got this kind of liberation. So Krishna saw that very small service he has done. He was a playground for all his friends. So for that reason, Krishna has given that kind of liberation, Sarupya Mukti. So then after that, Krishna sits again, as usually sits. The description is given that just like a lotus bowl in the center, and all the Gopa friends are sitting. It was like a formation of lotus. And they are eating the foodstuff, whatever is being packed by their mothers. and everybody is eating the food and again sharing. Not even sharing, sometimes Krishna snatches from the tiffin, sometimes snatches from the mouth and is eating. And this is something which is bewildering for the demigods. Like Brahma, he saw that who is this person? He's eating juta. From somebody's mouth he's taking and eating. No, this is something which is very bewildering for Lord Brahma. And somebody, his assistant told that, see, he has killed one demon also here. Aghasura is lying. He is 8 miles long, it is being described. And this is something Brahma thought, how a small jiva like Krishna can kill such a big demon, wherein the devatas were scared. Devatas were worried that because it is said that Aghasura's mouth is touching almost the Swargaloka, so huge he is. And they are all worried. And they said even not only Aghasura, many other demons he has killed. Brahma forgot. No, because at the time of when and there were problems at that time, Brahma himself approached the Vaikuntha planet in the ocean, causal ocean. There he's standing and he's praying for Lord Vishnu to incarnate. And Vishnu also responded that very soon I will be coming. That he forgot. And he saw, even if he is Lord Vishnu, how he can eat from the mouth of one more person. So he is not Lord Vishnu. So that is where that Brahma starts testing Krishna's power, potency. So what he did is, the cows were grazing. He first he stole all the cows. And later on, all the cowherd boys were worried, where are the cows? Cows are not to be seen. Then Krishna again goes in search of the cows. And it is said that Brahma stole all the cowherd boys. It is not some few 8 or 10 cowherd boys. It is being described. There were thousands and thousands of cowherd boys who were there. And the cows, accordingly, the cows were also there. All of them were stolen by Brahma. And Krishna, by his potency, could understand that Brahma is stolen. And he came to know that now the time is approaching, it is in the evening, and again, all the mothers and fathers, everybody is worried about the cowherd boys and the cows, where have they gone, and like that they'll get worried. So Krishna, what he did is expanded himself into all the cowherd boys and the calves and the cows. And it is said that how Krishna expanded, it is said that each and every cowherd boy had the same kind of feature, same kind of pagadi and that kind of peta, and each and every leaf is being stuck. With all minute details, he expanded. To such an extent, the way of talking, speaking, all minute details, even a small mole is there, mole is also there. With that kind of expansion, Krishna is going back with all the cowherd boys and all the cowherd cows, and he goes along the calves, and it is said that after seeing, it is said Brahmaji, he just goes for some time and he comes back. And he sees that exactly the same cowherd boys and calves and all those people are still there with Krishna playing around. That is where Brahmaji got bewildered. So it is said that even a small living entity up to Brahma, there is a kind of bewilderment about the potency of the Lord. It's not so easy to understand about the Supreme Lord. It's not so easy. So that's why it is said, even the Bhagavatam explains that how the entire creation, Bhagavatam can start with all the pastimes of the Lord. It's very interesting. Sometimes Prabhupada, in many places it is said, Bhagavatam could have started with the Krishna Leela of the Lord. And why all these incarnations are explained. It is said Krishna is the source of all incarnations. All the Purushavatas are explained, especially in the second canto, third canto, fourth canto, even up to fifth canto, the planetary systems, everything is explained. Then slowly comes the sixth canto, seventh canto, all those pastime starts. The incarnations and the Leela starts. So why? Just to understand what is the potency of the Lord. Prabhupada says this power of the Supreme Lord. First you have to understand the power. Even somebody you want to, in this material world, you want to understand a person. First you see what is his caliber, what he has done. Just if you want to understand what is Ambani, first you have to see what he has done, what is his turnover. He's the richest person. Then you will appreciate, oh, he's Ambani. Otherwise, a common man is one of the common man only. So that's why Bhagavatam explains this particular portion wherein we can understand the greatness of the Supreme Lord. First you have to understand the greatness. Then we can appreciate that, oh, Krishna had shown the Brahmanda in the mouth. It can happen. Krishna can do that. Krishna can create the entire universe. So then the appreciation comes. So that's why it is said that not only for the neophytes, even the impersonalists also, this Virata conception, they worship the Virata, they appreciate the Virata conception. And slowly it is said, by that, the neophytes and the impersonalists, they come to the conception of the absolute truth as a Bhagavan feature. They come to that form, the worship of the Bhagavan feature, and they understand the detailed pastime of the Supreme Lord. Detailed pastime of the Supreme Lord. So this idea of the Virat form is for the neophyte, and this is something, the material conception, the entire, the Mahatattva and the material creation, everything is of the material form, and it is an imagination. For the devotee, it is an imagination to understand about the absolute truth. So these things, when we understand in detail the Purusha avatars and Garbhodakshai, Shirodakshai, the quadruple expansions, all those things, all details, if we understand, we'll come to the stage, we'll be able to understand the constitutional position as part and parcel of Krishna. And what is the role, why we have been put in this material world, and what we have to do in this material world. We have to engage in devotional service. All these things will slowly able to appreciate and understand and render devotional service to the Supreme Lord. And we can enter into the spiritual world. That is the understanding. So we shall stop here if anybody has any questions or comments. Yes, Mataji. Actually, it has been explained that Lord has two potencies. Lord has two potencies. One is internal potency and the external potency. So from internal potency, Yogamaya appears. From external potency, Mahamaya appears. So they both are controllers of the internal energy and the external energy. So internal energy, Yogamaya, is in the spiritual world. The same Yogamaya is expanded to the material world as Mahamaya. Okay, in devotees' lives, somebody, pure devotee, and the Supreme Lord, when he comes, the Yogamaya's influence acts. Sometimes we know initially when we came to Krishna consciousness, when we say that Lord's house is in Nandabhavan, is in Nandagram, and Lord used to come to Vrindavan so far. How is it possible? So there is a Yogamaya's influence which is there. He contracts and expands. So that kind of contract and expansion and making the Leelas of the Lord very sweet, Yogamaya does that. And the same Mahamaya puts the jiva who are there enjoying in this material world into a lot of tribulations, sufferings. It is said that your Mahamaya, it's like a police commander-in-chief. She keeps on testing the sincerity of the jiva so that he surrenders to Krishna. Means come to a position wherein he surrenders to Krishna. So Mahamaya plays the role of a police. Yogamaya is the same way, arranges all the pastimes of Krishna in the spiritual world, and when Lord comes here, and even now also in devotees' life, the Yogamaya's influence works. Devotees and the pure devotees' life, Yogamaya's influence work. All the wonderful things the pure devotees does, it is all Yogamaya's potency works there. Yeah. So, Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita explains about the three features of the Lord. Actually, the three features are non-different. It's Advaya Jnana. But yet, the Bhagavan feature, the Supreme Lord, is the Supreme. From Him, the Brahman and Paramatma feature expands. Okay. Paramatma feature, how He expands, is through Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, we heard. That from Krishna is the source of all incarnation. From him, Balarama to the four quadruple expansions. From Sankarshana, the first Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva. The four quadruple expansions. From Sankarshana, Vishnu appears. And from Vishnu, again the four quadruple expansion happens. Then from the four quadruple expansion, the second Sankarshana, who is there. From the second Sankarshana, the Purusha avatars appear. That is the first Mahavishnu, this is a Karanodakashayi Vishnu, then Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, and Kshirodakashayi Vishnu is the Paramatma feature. And when it comes to Brahman, is actually the effulgence of the Supreme Lord. The Brahman is the effulgence of the Supreme Lord. It's Acharyas explain, Srila Prabhupada explains very clearly about with giving an example of a sun. Sun, we can see the sun's light. As of now, today we are able to see the light which is there. That is the light of the sunlight. Because of that, we are getting heat and light. And there is a second feature is the sun globe. And the prime feature is the sun god. So Prabhupada gives a comparison to understand the absolute truth in three features. One is the Bhagavan feature is the sun god. Giving an example. The Supreme Lord Krishna, similar to sun god. And the second is the sun surface, which is the Paramatma feature. And the effulgence, which is there, the sunlight, is compared to the Brahman effulgence. So, by understanding these three things, so it is actually from the source is the Supreme Lord. Yet it is Advaya Jnana, there is non-different. The conception of, again, there is a difference and again they are non-different. That is where Srila Prabhupada, even today's purport also says that although the creation happens, all the Mahat Tattva, everything is emanating from the Supreme Lord, it is again different. It is same and again different from the Supreme Lord. There is Achintya Beda Tattva comes there. So that's why it is said, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan, Iti Shabdayate. The three features of the absolute truth. And it is Advaya Jnana. Advaya means non-different from each other. But the devotee always aspires more and more to worship the Bhagavan feature, which has all the attributes, beautiful form. Bhagavan is the six opulences. So all the six opulences is in full, is Bhagavan feature. So devotee always aspires to worship that Bhagavan. Is it clear? Okay, we shall stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.